Hello. It is me, Imani Berry, and I come to you guys with a challenge, the 10K step challenge. I know we've all heard about it. The health gurus, the people trying to lose weight, everyone's just like 10K, 10K, 10K. And I've never been the type that was trying to do 10K. I always just set a little time goal for myself. And I did cardio when I worked out and all that stuff, but I never paid too much attention to it. One, because I only use my phone. I don't have a watch, so it's just not that accurate. I don't always have my phone on me. I feel like certain things pick it up quicker. And two, because I just think, okay, cardio and lifting and all this stuff will all be together, but I'm not gonna do 10K steps per se. Like if I get that, I get that. But yeah, I just never had strict goals for myself in that regard. It was always just like, okay, just do this, keep doing it, have fun with it, stop it when you want, have a little goal if you want, whatever. But as someone who has had jobs and just walks a lot, 10K steps is definitely not impossible, but it's not something I would want to do every day. But I decided, let me go ahead and see what the hoopla is about and do the 10K steps. So I did it for 5 days. I actually wanted to do it for a week, but I didn't even last that long, guys. Like, I like to be active and work out, but just doing that, I'll just say, time consuming to say the least. I'm like, OMG. I don't want to have to do all this and between this, that, and a third. But anyways, you guys will hear my more detailed thoughts later on. But I do just want to say, getting your steps in is important, and any activity that you can stay consistent in because you enjoy it is the activity for you. Don't try and push yourself to get 10K steps if you genuinely think you'll be miserable getting that, especially because one, you need to work your way up there. For a lot of people, especially if you're going from sedentary to barely getting steps into 10K, that can be a lot. But also, because that's not the only way to get active and all that stuff. It's just a easy, low cost way. So very recommended for a reason, but I will get into the pros and cons. So without further ado, let's get into the challenge. Cleaning should help me get at least 200 steps in. I don't freaking know. I need to get a wristband or something. Guys, I am on my walking pad. I came back from the gym, took a little rest, changed my top, and I'm going to be on here for at least 30 minutes, but obviously this is just my first increment of the day. I didn't have my phone on me at work, so those steps won't ever really count. I'm walking backwards. Hopefully I don't bust my head. But yeah, those steps won't ever really count. It's already hard enough having my phone on me, so having it at work too. Most of my outfits don't have pockets either. So yeah, and we will see where my step count is after this. So as you can see, I'm a little over 30 minutes. I know it takes a bit of time for my steps to catch up with my phone, so I'm probably gonna stay on a little bit longer until 40 minutes. Give it a break, maybe check it when I go for my next 30-minute increment. Outside, I was looking at it earlier, like right after my treadmill walk. It was like at 1K. I just looked at it now. It's like 2K. Like, I don't know if I should finish this because it's already 8 something. Like, am I really gonna have time to do this? Darn. Like, is this truly realistic? I don't know. And I don't even work a traditional 9 to 5. So, I don't know, but we're gonna see how many steps I can get out here. Like, should I lower my standards or what? Like, does everyone who does this have a step counter or something? Is that a necessity? I've been out here for about 42 minutes. I saw my step counter. It's around 6K. So we'll see what I can do in an hour because it's already a few minutes till 9. So maybe I shouldn't have taken that long TikTok break and I should have been walking. So definitely not impossible. It's just poor planning on my part. Won't be counting steps for a bit. Gotta charge this bad boy. Much all ready for bed, but I'm gonna try and get a few more steps in. I'll check what it is tomorrow morning because everything will be finalized, I'm assuming. So that's it. Good morning. I'm back outside. I was just shy of 10K steps yesterday. I was trying to get a little bit more in. It was around 10:30ish or whatever, and I was tired and I dropped my phone on my foot, so I called it a day. So today it is almost 8 and I'm out for a leisure stroll. Nothing crazy. Yesterday I was speed walking like heck to up those steps, you know, but I'm just leisurely doing it, but I want to get it started earlier. I also think the treadmill is pretty much useless in this. I don't think it's enough for my phone to register it, but maybe it's all in my head. But I just think that outside walks will trigger it easier. So I'm going to stick to being outside, or like, I don't know, maybe I just need to, it still needs to feel like I'm doing more than just that little bit of distance. I don't know. But I also work later today, but I do have some time in between both my jobs, so plan on walking then. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do at my job later tonight, so hopefully it has some steps involved. I'm prepared to go on a walk. So I have about an hour and 30 before I have to go to work. So I want to get a 30-second session in, but I'm wearing regular clothes because I think not making it a whole event too can be like give a better idea of how it would be as a lifestyle thing, because I just feel like wearing workout clothes the whole day, because if I'm going to be doing it in increments, I'm obviously going to have different types of clothes on. But as a sweaty gal, that kind of, I don't really trust wearing other clothes and me still looking put together. But I'm going to do it. And obviously I've done it before, but for working out in one session, you just wear it for that one session and then you can change out. But if I'm going to be doing this in increments, then I can't do that, you know. And as you guys can see, I've been adjusting, you know. I had to start off the morning with some steps. I'm gonna be getting some steps before I head off to work. Hopefully I get some in, but if not, we'll see, because I'm a little nervous. Should I do the whole hour of walking before work? I might have to do that, low-key. It's 10:33 p.m. I was closing, but I got to do a bit of walking. I was school, so I kind of walked in that little like circle area, you know, as much as I could. Kind of did a little two-step to the side when I was just standing in one spot. During closing, walking around, you know, trying to make sure all the aisles look nice. So I'm gonna check my step count. It was in my back pocket the whole time. I very much hope I made 10K, because I don't know if I'm gonna do any more steps today, if I'm being honest, guys. Not for real steps. Now I'm gonna check it in 1 second. Guys, I outdid myself. 13K. Yeah, I'm at the screenshot 13K. I knew it. I could do it. This pretty much makes up for yesterday too. So I can sleep well at night. Good night, y'all. Just listen to it. Something I must say, although I'm waking up earlier, being outside, making sure I have sunscreen on, I do actually really enjoy the morning walks. kind of sets the day, gives me a boost of energy. I get to listen to the sounds or listen to a video, music, whatever, set the mood, look at my calendar, all those things. Pretty nice. And don't let anyone tell you you can't feel any soreness from walking. Don't let them say that. Okay guys, it's 10:17. I'm walking in circles around my room. Mind you, I already had like my pouch on, cleaning my room / finding outfits. You know, I did a bit of editing and I did some walking for that. And I'm just like, what more do you want from me? Because I just checked, it's 8,900. Like, I'm trying to contemplate if I'm genuinely gonna do 1,000. Like, it already took me a little over 20 minutes just to do almost 1,000. I mean, I guess I could. I'll probably go ahead and do it, but it's like, it's already late. I really don't feel like it. Anyways, good night. I'll put a screenshot. You'll see what I did. It's 10:30 and I'm calling it a night, y'all. I don't care. I hope it's close enough for me to be satisfied, not for you guys, for me. Good morning. Outside for my morning walk, obviously. So last night actually did frustrate me a little bit just because I'm using my phone. Obviously, it won't capture all my steps, but only being 300 from 10K, I'm walking backwards. I'm just like, even if I just had my phone on me at work, I could have easily did those 300. And I don't even walk that much. But where I was that day, I walk a little bit more than I do other days. And I like this challenge. I love walking. What I don't love is having my phone, because I can be out there for an hour and I still feel like I didn't get like a whole bunch of steps counted. Well, I will get a lot, but when I hear people talk about the 10K, they say it takes an hour and a half. And I'm like, sometimes I'm walking an hour, sometimes I'm, no, every time I'm at least walking an hour a day, like in total. Like, that's the minimum. So I'm like, maybe it's the 30 minutes. But then even when I'm walking in a circle for like 20 minutes, I definitely know I did like 30 minutes last night. And that was still like, that still only, that didn't make it. So I'm kind of frustrated. Like, I'm going to keep doing it. And I know I did the 13K the other day. So technically my overall steps for the week would still be at 10K like per day if I really wanted to do it like that. But it's just the fact that I do think having my phone makes it a bit more difficult. So that's why I never took it super seriously when I would check my step count and my calories and all that stuff. One, calorie counting on apps and equipment aren't like 100% accurate. I mean, nothing is. We're all individuals, so there's always going to be variation. But when it's on your phone, that definitely is less accurate than if it was on your wrist and you don't have to put it on, take it off, have it fall on your foot, do all this jazz. So I definitely think if you have one of those, you should be taking full advantage of it. And I've thought about getting one, but I don't know. I've been more like a workout person, not really a step person. Like, I cared about my steps, but I wasn't dying. Like, I never had a goal or anything in mind besides from my one phone goal, which really isn't that many steps. I mean, like, it's a 30-minute walk. But yeah, I at least try and do a 30-minute walk a day. But anyways, I'm gonna continue this walk. It's gonna be about 20 minutes. Taking my evening walk as I do after work. I went to a cafe. I had a blueberry pancake coffee. It was very good. And half of a quiche. Gonna eat the other half later with the rest of my dinner. I am planning to do an hour and 30. So I think I'm like almost 40 minutes into that, something like that. But I'm still feeling good. Have some time. By the time I'm done, it'll be around 8, which isn't too bad because I try to get in bed around 10, no later than like 11:30. My ringer just went off like a minute or two ago. Not too bad. I'm actually feeling pretty good. Still enough time to do stuff because I want to put my laundry up and stuff. So I will be trying to get those steps too. Hopefully, if I don't like get super lazy as soon as I get in the house. Sometimes I'll start to think, oh, I mean, I only have like 10 minutes left. Okay, that gives me enough time to do this, that, and the third. But sometimes I'm like, okay, stop. Don't think about the future. Think about the present. Think about how you're feeling and the sounds and how this is relaxing and all of that. So live in the moment and whatnot, to be mindful and whatnot. But good morning. It is a Friday. Feeling good. Later I will be hanging out with my friend. So between work and that, I'm gonna try and get some steps in. We will see because I'm not sure how many steps we get in tonight. Was doing a 40-minute walk. I have 1 minute left, and then I'm gonna go in there and do some laundry, and hopefully that's like an hour in total, and that'll give me some leeway. But we are going to karaoke, so if I have my phone on me, but if I'm wearing the outfit I have in mind, I won't, and I won't get any steps. So no meat.
There's no meat. Yeah, that's like lunchable.
Okay, we are back. You guys saw my challenge. You saw that I had a lot of ups and downs. Like at the end of the day, I did complete the challenge. I probably got even more than 10K each day, but overall, if you know what I mean, because I had some days that were like 12 or 13, and that's what I'm used to, like having some days that are spiked like that, but my average step count is probably between 3 and 5. But yeah, not having a watch puts you in a disadvantage when it comes to counting your steps because it will have you going kind of crazy. So not impossible, but having the extra tool is helpful, but not necessary, which is why I also just say, okay, maybe a time goal is better, or maybe like evening, morning walk, midday walk goal, you know, maybe the combination of these things may be better. Also, I do want to point out that I haven't done my own personal research, but I have also just heard about in the health zeitgeist that 10K steps isn't like the optimal amount. 7K steps around that is actually a great amount. 7 to 10, you don't have that much of an increase in advantages, but obviously it will be more activity, more calories burned, more all that stuff. So, you know, still 10K is great, but you don't have to do 10K for it to be a amazing step goal. So I say work your way up there, figure out what works for you. I love going on walks, but having the 10K, it just actually made it less fun for me, especially depending on the weather and where you are and the walkability of your surrounding area. It can be a bit more difficult. Luckily, I have a walking pad. My neighborhood has a sidewalk. I have a backyard, so I can find different places to do this. I love going on hikes to parks and all that stuff, so that makes it easier as well. But if you don't like doing those things, you might need to opt into other forms of activity, or like I said, just start slowly and work your way up. But I generally liked it, I guess. I think it made me think a lot more about the way I walk and my foot health, because as I was walking, I could kind of maneuver my body in different ways, or when they would be uphill or downhill, you feel the different parts of your body moving. And when you are like focusing on your balance and all that stuff, it just makes you think about your overall being. So it's once again a great way to be active, but this was a fun challenge to do. I'm still doing my morning walks. I still walk on my walking pad. I still get around the same average, maybe a bit higher, maybe more average, like on the 5K to 7K now. So I'm pretty happy with that. But I also like weightlifting and doing all those other types of things. So I'm not gonna go crazy if my step count is like 1,000 on my phone, when I know I've been lifting weights, I've done Pilates and all that stuff, and that doesn't count as steps. So it is what it is. Like, I like to just have a mix of it all. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have ever done 10K steps, whether it be accidentally or on purpose, if you would try this challenge, if you just don't care about steps at all, what do you do? Just let me know in the comments below. I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you like this, like, subscribe. I'm Imani Berry. Join the Berry Patch if you want, and I'll see you guys later.